So why do we bother with buildings? Mankind has been making tools since the early Paleolithic, and tool making was pretty important as we didn't run fast and had small claws. Tools augment our innate capabilities, including our capacity to think. The cost to develop and learn to use tools was worth the effort if they create value, if they help us do what we need to do better. Today, companies face survival pressures, constantly adapting and inventing to deliver new value. This modern work crosses disciplines and time zones in a complex economic and human web. Modern work requires different tools than did the routine process work of the past. These modern tools support a different kind of work culture, a type of organizational fitness that allows adaptation to new conditions. Space is just a tool to support this cultural fitness. Space creates a social context where culture breathes. In the creative and knowledge work era, space is literally where the behaviors that cause profitability happen. But too often, in the hustle and trade-offs to get a project built, we lose track of its human purpose. Human work shows up in the design brief, but we treat the project as though simply finishing on time and on budget equals success. This creates a tactical, or little d, design orientation to what is essentially a strategic conversation about culture and change. This is a big missed opportunity. In fact, the fundamental purpose of place is human. People thinking and collaborating is the reason to have a building. So a human-centered approach, a big D approach, puts the health and fitness of the social system at the center of the tool discussion. People are the reason for place. Engaging them in the discovery process is the mechanism. For humans, space is almost never neutral. It's either an anchor holding us to our past, or it's a lever moving us forward. Discovering and exploring the future of their work culture with people while creating the toolbox is Big D design. It's an experiential way of helping people lean into how the social system of the firm works and could work experientially. Vivian Lofness at Carnegie Mellon laid the financial groundwork for this years ago. Her group looked at the total cost to have a person on staff for a year and found that everything related to buildings amounted to 8 to 10%, while the complete information system accounted for 10 to 12%. The other 80% was in the cost of people. Direct human costs are thus 4 times the cost of the toolbox and 10 times the cost of just the buildings. The big money is clearly in people. Designing the toolbox for them is sensible, but frequently the process touches people only slightly. And surveys and interviews often cause people to look backward at how they did work, rather than forward at how they might. Toolbox projects can create the opportunity for people to visualize the next organization, to who we will be and how we will work differently. This experience creates the insight that actually changes attitudes, behaviors, and culture. Engaging people in this future social, spatial, and informational work system creates the understanding and buy-in that's necessary. People start to get the why of change, but the currency of human work culture drops uncomfortably into the spreadsheets, which so easily show the net present value of the lease and the cost of the telepresence system. But as Einstein said, we need to learn to measure what matters, to measure the performance of the full system. And what really matters? Human activities matter. Culture matters. Relationships and trust matter. They are the social capital of the firm. Big D design supports this system. It creates alignment between tools and the future culture and behavior of the firm. So this is why we bother with buildings. It allows us to uncover and support the next social and cognitive system that creates the bottom line. Keeping this at the center of the discussion allows tools to be created that leverage social system behavior and fitness.